Today's adventure begins as the recording of this Friday, January 19, 2024, looking into where the sun is setting over there, I-4 westbound. Fridays are always fun. TGIF, all this noise. Look at this traffic. Man, bottleneck central. I'm going to Magic Kingdom and I'm gonna have my own personal celebratory activities here on what is National Popcorn Day. 4:56 p.m., 4 minutes shy of 5 p.m. No reservations needed for APs on this day after 2, so I didn't even open the My Disney Experience app. I feel like WW is just inching closer and oh so close to just completely getting rid of reservations. I mean, they're pretty much gone anyway. They unveiled good to go days like half the time during the week. Today's not a good to go day, but after 2, APs can get into the parks, with the exception of Magic Kingdom on Saturdays and Sundays. But because it's Friday, I don't have to check the app and book a reservation. It's kind of confusing. There's a lot of confusion to it. I kind of feel like it's just inevitable that the park reservations are just going to go away very, very soon. Hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers. I think I just said WW instead of WDW. I dropped the D out of there. Walt World. Man, the weather feels really good out here. I'll try to explain the good to go days too. They're kind of weird and kind of pointless in my opinion. So here's the calendar of good to go days. So today, obviously, is Friday the 19th, as I was stating. All green for all, means all 4 parks. Tomorrow, the 20th, you can see it's like a half green. There's probably only 2 parks that are available to get a reservation in the morning. But then the ones that are circled are good to go days, meaning that myself or annual pass holders could just walk in without opening the app. Just all you do is just scan your Magic Band or your AP. However, in order to see if it's a good to go day, you have to open the My Disney Experience app, which is basically the same premise as me just clicking the date and booking a reservation. If it's before 2, after 2 it doesn't matter, except on weekends at Magic Kingdom, Saturday and Sunday. MK is the only day that has that. It's, again, very confusing. It's like a lot of people are going to be enjoying the nice weather this evening. It was raining earlier, it stopped raining. It's not going to be too cold. I think there's a cold front coming in maybe tomorrow. I use that term loosely because it's not like it's snowing or ice or sleet or anything like that. But for Florida, it'll be a little chillier. But tonight's going to be nice. Current temperature 67. Even by later tonight, 8 or 9 o'clock, it's only going to get down to 61 or 60 degrees. I think I can handle that without a jacket. I thought about putting a jacket on, but I think I'll be all right. I'm going to do something I rarely do. Take the tram. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, my driver in the front, my number in the back. You want to make some numbers to walk you to the Magic Kingdom parking lot. Parking lot. Parking lot. We're almost there, I promise. You will have to take you to the ferry boats for the 17th lagoon, for the monorail highway in the sky, for the Magic Kingdom as well to cross that mile and have distance to get to the park. Turn and face in the other direction. Once we come to our full and complete stop, we ask that you only exit to the driver's left-hand side. Only to the driver's left. If you want to be like Ariel, go where the people are, where security is, to the left-hand side, for the fun, to the left only. As we make this last U-turn, please take note of where we're dropping you off. This is the Midlands loading zone to try to business tram out of Scar.
And I will probably take the boat over. Also, not going to do a Joffrey's this late in the evening. I had a coffee earlier when I was at home, but I got my eyes on some popcorn, so I'm going to wait till I get in the park and get some popcorn. Ferry boat time. Yeah, I go through phases sometime where I take the monorail over to Magic Kingdom, and then I go through phases where I take the ferry boat. I've been hitting the monorails pretty hard lately, so I think it's going to be a It's going to be a ferry boat day over across 7 seas. I always love that you can see Cinderella's castle over there off in the distance across the waterway. Richard F. Irvine will be boarding. Popcorn, National Popcorn Day. It's a real thing. It really is. It's officially that day. I wonder if Richard F. Irvine fancied a little popcorn. I'm going to say probably so. I know Walt loved popcorn. Walt was a big popcorn guy. Or maybe it was all for show. He did it for the TV spots and whenever they did the filming in the parks and whatnot. I know he really liked chili, however. He was a big chili guy. But I feel I've seen a lot of videos and photos of Walt, you know, with the popcorn in his hand. So maybe I'll channel Walt's love of popcorn. Supposed love of popcorn tonight. Oh yeah, nice little view there over at the Poly with the sun about to set. Now something else I have never done, I've had popcorn in the parks before, but I have never ended up purchasing the refillable popcorn mug, which they do have a refillable popcorn mug, and I believe when you do refill it, you get the entire tub refill for only $2. I think I'm gonna end up getting the refillable popcorn mug over by the castle as well while I am in there. Yeah, getting some really nice little sunset vibes over there as it is setting over the Grand Floridian across 7 Seas Lagoon. A little glistening across the waterway there as that boat pulls in. Can't really see the boat though because it's kind of silhouetted out. And as I turn this way, you can even see the monorail going across the platform. See a little bit better when I'm not facing right into the sun, but yeah, that's a beautiful sunset. And I have the sun silhouetted on my face. I'm inviting you to join me for some popcorn and whatever else the night unfolds into having. Join me, shall you? Oh yes, I have arrived. Evening edition of MK. Now, there are a lot of attractions that are my go-tos that I always, or almost always will do when I'm in the park. Tonight I want to do a couple that I don't usually go to, this one included. So I'm going to try to do 2, maybe even 3 attractions that I don't usually lean towards. I think I'm going to do that while just enjoying the eve with a refillable bucket of popcorn on National Popcorn Day. And I'm gonna start off by going over in this popcorn stand tucked away all the way over here in this little alcove off the start of Main Street, USA. Check this out. So amongst all the sweet goodies that are in here, next to the confection kitchen, where they are preparing a lot of goodness, they're also dumping in the candy popcorn right up over here at the Colonel Kitchen. Now this is a new flavor that came out specifically today. It's a strawberry, and I feel like because, you know, I'm trying to watch what I eat a little more and trying to eat any like candies or cookies or anything like that, I'm gonna stay away from that. I think I'm gonna go with the regular popcorn when I get over to Cinderella Castle, which would be more like this. Now I am not an expert on if popcorn is good or bad. That jury is still out and people have different opinions on it. But I'm gonna say layered with the strawberry, which is today, it especially came out today. This was just released today for National Popcorn Day. This is probably not gonna be as bad. But if you ever wanted to come in here, this is what you do. You go to Colonel Kitchen, you get the candied popcorn, you pick the popcorn, you select a syrup, and you combine with candies. So you can even step it up an additional notch and do that right up there. The Colonel Kitchen. Walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. Just passed by the theater with the little awning and marquee. Marquee's the word I'm looking for. All right, this is the popcorn stand. I believe I need to get the popcorn bucket out right here in this proximity. All right, comes with a lid with a little Mickey on it. You can see it kind of silhouetted out there, or like shoved in the top of the lid. Comes with a designer bucket. Now these are good at all the parks. So the cast member, I also already chewed on some, so my apologies for that. But this is good at Epcot, Studios, Animal Kingdom, and there are multiple places in the park you can refill these for $2. I think $2.25 or $2.50. I think it was $2.25. This was $13, and it's not like the refillable mugs out here or the refillable cups that you have the little chip or the computer chip on the bottom that knows when you've already got enough refills. I guess this is good for eternity? Forever? Probably not, but maybe. You guess the only downfall is you got to tote this thing around. But once you get it, $2.25, you can't beat it. Especially on this day. For posterity, walking around Magic Kingdom, consuming popcorn at dusk. I guess you could call this at dusk. unlimited popcorn for a price, for $2.25 on top of the $13. Which would be interesting to do the research. If it makes more sense to just buy the large popcorn for the price than not buy this and constantly get refills. But you know what? I gave up. What am I at Epcot right now? A food festival? Are you on top of a trash can? So here's the thing. There is a little salt on it and there's a little bit of butter on it. So again, it's probably not going to be completely fat-free or anything like that. But this is going to be my meal of the evening. So instead of getting like, you know, some horrible food out, there's gnats around it. Get out of here, gnats. Get your own popcorn, gnats. They're magical gnats. Magical gnats, what do I say? Gnats, though. What if the gnats here have names? I mean, the mice have names, the ducks have names. I'm gonna walk around. I also got a Dasani water in my back pocket as well. Might as well double up on the salt. Even though I'm hearing that there's salt in every water, just Dasani is just a little more vocal about it and puts it on. I don't know. I don't know the facts. I think I might also do Hall of Presidents tonight as well over here. At some point, not right now, but at some point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up going back over that direction a little bit later. Now tucking away around the back side over here. Gonna go over to Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse with my popcorn. Ah, the sights and wonderful sounds and smells. WDW Magic Kingdom. Like this angle right here, I don't think I've ever shown the castle between this tree and the side of that building right there before. That's a kind of a rarely shown angle. Just saying. All right, heading up the treehouse now. Up the treehouse. There's areas of the treehouse where I never see anyone. Obviously people walk on this, but look at that extended queue over there. Never is anyone in that extended. I think even during the holidays, no one's ever in that extended queue over there at Adventureland. And I asked the cast member if you were allowed to go, if this is open till close. She said yes. So technically, you can come up here and watch the fireworks from the top of Swiss Family. What the heck? Why have I never done that? Watch the fireworks from up here? I mean, look at this view. You got the castle over there. You got Tron right there. You got Space Mountain. You got the Crystal Palace right there. Hey, you kind of peek down there. You see the Jungle Cruise. You got the Tiki Room right over there. Just strolling along, drinking my, I've already finished the first bucket of popcorn. I've already finished my first bucket of popcorn. I'm ready for another one. I haven't eaten all day, so this is my meal of the day. So I'm going to chow down on some of this on National Popcorn Day. And this was the Robinson's Kitchen right over here. The Swiss Family Robinson's Kitchen. I guess you could still just call them the Robinsons. You could leave the Swiss Family out. People probably, they probably wouldn't know who you were talking about exactly. All right, I'm going to find a place to refill some popcorn. I've already downed the first bucket. And a nice view of the Aladdin flying magic carpets over there also. There's a multitude. There's not just one like it is in the movie. There's like a baker's dozen of them. All right, over here by Tiki Room, which looks very beautiful and all illuminated at this time of night. And you got pirates over there in the distance. You got a little snack area over here with another popcorn stand. And just like that, for $2.25, they got the refill here, all ready to rock. So it wasn't $2.50. I knew it was $2.25 or $2.50, but it's $2.25. And does it show it on here? Oh, there's a duck. There's a duck right there, getting a little up. You got me. You one up it on the free pie. You're not even paying the $2.25. You're just getting a little remnants from the ground right there. They are in the right spot. But it even says it right here, $13 for the bucket itself, and then valid for length of, how do they know how long you're staying? Length of stay, is that for the day or is that for the whole? Oh, you are just down there waiting. You're down there waiting. You have a steady diet of popcorn down there. What if people have ever done like a popcorn thing where they just eat popcorn for like a month straight? Probably your sodium intake would be through the roof, but you probably drop a lot of weight. Yeah, this is pretty much, file this one under living that annual pass holder life at WDW when you live in close proximity and you feel like just popping in, no pun intended, and checking out the parks with no agenda, not doing a lightning lane, not having a game plan, just driving the 10 minutes, parking at TTC, and then walking over. That's what you would file it under, right? Living that AP life? You would. I know you would. Oh, look, you can see the top of the treehouse from here. I was way up there earlier. That is pretty cool. I have a photo of this back in 1995 or 96, right? I'll show it. I'll show you the photo. I mean, in front of this thing. There's the photo. Me and my mama. 95, maybe? I think I was 21. Yeah, to be completely honest, I don't know. It might have even been like 93 or 94. Let's say between 92 and 95. But yeah, you know how there's like a lot of people who do like mall walking, and people go out, they'll go to like a certain place, wander around, like they have a park or a mall. I mean, I use mall, I don't know if there's even mall walkers anymore. But some people just go out to the parks. Maybe it's not like a real park, it's just a theme park. You got that AP, use it. And there's a look at one of the other stands with the popcorn freshly being brewed up there. With the salt, I think it has butter. I mean, it definitely has butter. I can definitely taste the salt. After a lot of popcorn, whenever I go to a movie and I get a large popcorn, your lips start to get numb from the salt. All right, out of the three, this is the most tasty of the buckets I've had so far. That was the freshest. I got it right when it was being popped. Very, very fresh. Now going into Hall of Presidents, I'm gonna have to probably put the top on it, but I think I can take it in as long as I put the top on it. I mean, obviously you can take it in because you're allowed to carry them around all day. I haven't been to Hall of Presidents in a while. There's a little Ronnie. They also have some of the First Ladies' dresses and outfits right here. So Richard Nixon is the most visited president to the Disney parks. In fact, Walt gave him this, the key to Disneyland, back in 1955, the year the park opened. But it says right here, Nixon holds the record for most visits to the park by any U.S. president. There's also George Washington's shoe buckle right over there inside that case.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for this reverent celebration of America's leaders, both past and present. And now, the Walt Disney World Resort is proud to present the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, that was freaking awesome. I still think American Adventure is far more superior than the Hall of Presidents, but man, the pre-show, they redid the pre-show a few years ago. The pre-show is like a whole screened area, which just like goes completely across the whole, like not 360, but probably like 180 across the front, and like opens up really, really wide, kind of like American Adventure does. They redid the graphics, redid all the movie, told the whole story of the presidency leading up to the new era. And then the curtains opened, and then you had all the presidents up there, and they announced each of them in order, starting with the first and going all the way through. Yeah, I really like the Hall of Presidents. It's not something that I do every time. For me, when I pass American Adventure, I probably do American Adventure 5 times as much as I would do this one, but I still do this one on occasion. It's worth popping in from time to time. And obviously, with each new president that's in office, they have him at the forefront, given the speech. Yeah, I recommend seeing it. The animatronics are amazing. It's kind of like a step up. So basically, you had, Walt did Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln at Disneyland. So this is basically a notch up from that. Even though I think I prefer Great Moments over this one. But yeah, obviously all the presidents are here, not just Lincoln. It's also pretty cool to see them all the presidents, living, passed away, all up on one stage. They look so realistic too. Those audio animatronics, amazing. What a vibe out here at night. This is nice. You see the steam being emitted from the back, the underbelly, the side of the Liberty Bell. Right there. You got the glistening of the lights also down in the water as it goes by the river, goes around the rivers of America. Peaceful and beautiful. And I've just about polished off another popcorn, my third popcorn. Just about polished that bad boy off. Steamy. My lips kind of numb with saltiness, salty goodness. do like popcorn. I have some core memories of popcorn back in the 80s. My dad would always go to the video store and rent video cassettes, you know, in 85, 86. We'd rent a VCR, hook it up to the TV. On the weekends, Friday night we'd go, and then Saturday and Sunday. And then I always remember my dad making the hugest vat of popcorn. Probably larger than the 3 or 4 of these I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna probably get another one. And we would watch those movies, those 80s movies. And he would just eat the popcorn. I would eat popcorn too, but man, he loved some popcorn back then. I don't even know, he probably still liked popcorn, but he was a popcorn eating machine back then. And we watched some classic VHS. A little core memory there in my mind. When I think of popcorn, I think of my dad in the 80s, eating popcorn, watching video cassettes. Also, I might end up getting a lemonade of some sort. I need something else besides water. Just a really nice night out here. Nice night for a walk, huh? Nothing clean, right? Nothing clean, right? Nice night for a walk. My Arnold's off when I got salt in my mouth. That is a beautiful beacon center point. Well, I don't know if it's exactly in the center, but it's kind of sort of in the center of the middle section of Magic Kingdom, Cinderella Castle. Not to be confused with Sleeping Beauty Castle. Different princess and different film. It's a different Disney classic. It's over on the West Coast. This castle is about twice as, like, give or take, about twice the height. Not quite, but close enough. For discussion purposes, about twice as tall. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab another one up on Main Street and then walk down Main Street to go through the Emporium on the way out. All right, I was gonna get another refill at the popcorn stand by the castle, but they're getting ready to do Happily Ever After in about 20, 30 minutes, about 15 minutes. So it's definitely a beehive of activity out there. So I think I'm just gonna head out and run parallel down Main Street. They have this little corridor that runs parallel to Main Street open, and it dumps out right back over here where that popcorn stand was that I showed earlier over here, which has quite a few people in it. Right next to the confectionery. And I think I might hit one more popcorn stand on the way out over here on by the City Hall. All right, the popcorn stand up here as you're exiting out, pretty long line too. So maybe I don't need that 4th thing of popcorn, but I did a couple things I don't normally do. I hardly ever do Hall of Presidents, and I very, very, very rarely, I won't say never, but I very rarely go up in the Treehouse. So I did a couple things, walked around, stretched the legs, and had, should I get one more popcorn? I don't know, should I get one more? It's a little bit of a lie. You know what, I'm gonna get one more. Let's polish it off with 4. It's a little bit of a line, but I'll wait in the line to get the last popcorn. It's busy up here. All right, they had it down to a well-oiled, or well-buttered, maybe I should say, machine. The line was really long, but I didn't wait more than like 2 minutes. I mean, they just knew how to get that line moving. So I got my 4th thing of popcorn. They did not have frozen. They only had frozen lemonade, not regular lemonade at that stand. So no lemonade. And exiting out, I could take the monorail, but I think I'm gonna take the ferry boat back over. Yes, annual passing done. Right. No one is heading back over to TTC. I want to watch the fireworks, but have no real reason to be in the park after fireworks. If I did, I have to stay like really late to beat the, you know, you gotta get that mass exodus at least, so I want to leave before the fireworks start, and I might be able to even see the fireworks over at Transportation Ticket Center. You get a pretty good view from over there while I eat my 4th bucket of popcorn. Yeah, it is 7:46 right now, so by the time I get over there, should be about 8. When the fireworks go off at 8. See them right there going over the top of the building. I mean, it's like, what, 1.5 miles over there to Magic Kingdom proper from Transportation Ticket Center? Something like that. Don't quote me on that. 1/2 mile. Maybe 1/2 mile as the crow flies. I could take the tram or I could walk it. I took the tram in, but maybe I should. 3 trams. 1 tram, 2 tram, 3 tram, and a golf cart. Yes, different angles of the fireworks that are happening. I feel like by the time I get back to my car, they'll be over and I probably won't be able to see them quite as good from this angle. Happy National Popcorn Day.
Just have a few safety reminders as we are returning. The speed limit here is 50
this is probably equivalent to, like, sometimes you go to the movie theater, you get that huge tub of popcorn. I think even 4 of these, I mean, it is a lot of popcorn, but I feel like it's not as much as you would think it is once you get it wedged in there. Granted, I did eat a lot of popcorn. 4 of these. That was my meal. Popcorn meal. That's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. Maybe the grand finale. I'm not sure how far along the show is, but still a pretty good view from here. Bonus footage. There it is, happily, there it is, I can hear from here, the happily ever after crescendo, there it goes, and then there's all the fireworks. Grand freaking, that was a good ending. All right, that's it, bonus footage over.